Watch Sports Channel's coverage of the Boston Celtics for a story that's as big.
Your tremendous support of our charity, the Yukon Children's Cancer Fund, over the years. We've raised millions of dollars, and I hope we can continue to see that support for the next number of years. It's been my pleasure to be associated with you, the fans, for your support and the enthusiasm you've shown this building. There's none other. And on behalf of all the players that have left Hartford and the guys that are sitting on this bench, we just want to say thank you from all of us. God bless, and thank you very much.
With you at the Hartford Civic Center. Great speech by Gardner.
Well, again, it's the only thing. The leadership that this man has brought, not just as a hockey team, but to this whole community and everything that he has done over the years. And it was great to have him back as a Hartford Whaler and the captain. And yes, a speech that definitely came from the heart.
Our Bud Ice player of the game today, none other than Kevin Dineen.
Well, he deserves to be the player of the game. He played a great game. You knew he would here. And watch Kevin Dineen with this wrist shot. Great pass from Andrew Castles. He beats Rick Tabaracci easily and had many, many more chances tonight. He could have had a whopper of a night with the great chances he had, but he did play a great game, and he deserves to be player of the game in the last game.
It is also our Discover card, payback, playback, play of the game this afternoon. Let's see it one more time from a different angle.
Castles with a blind backhand pass, and Dineen just wrist one right through Rick Tabaracci. Tabaracci all over the place, and the elation on the face of Kevin Dineen. He really wanted that one, and you can see they all enjoyed it with him.
Crowd continues to enjoy and relish this moment, the final moments in Whaler history. Every one of us feeling the same emotional tug on our hearts. Farmington Savings Bank save of the game, and we've seen so many from this guy.
Gardner made some excellent saves again tonight. And watch what happens on this breakout for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a 3-on-2. Grattan with a beautiful pass. Poshek shoots, and there it is again. The wall is up. Sean Burke smothers it up. And we've seen that happen many times.
Great stuff. Final score on the final day. The Whalers 2 and the Lightning 1. Back with more right after this on Sports Channel.
You are witnessing, in its entirety, the Volkswagen sales pitch.
You want to take it for a spin?
During our national test drive event, you can lease a Jetta GL for just $169 a month on a 2-year no-hassle lease, which means for the next 2 years, all you have to do is put in the gas. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
This is my bacon double cheeseburger.
This is a classic.
Roll up your sleeves. Don't mess with me when I'm eating kind of burger.
Right now it's only 99 cents.
But not for long.
This is a very good sign.
Since we opened our doors, McDonald's has been giving you great food at a great price. And the way we see it,
Things are only looking better.
This is a heaping helping of a big beefy burger with bacon for 99 cents.
Can you believe it?
That's impossible.
99 cents.
Ça, c'est mon McDonald's.
Your what?
This is my McDonald's.
What do customers like best about Payless Auto Glass? Is it our fast and accurate quotes or our lowest price guarantee? Is it that our certified installers use only glass from the top manufacturers? Or that we're approved by most insurance companies? Is it our free shuttle and mobile service or our lifetime written warranty? It could be that Payless Auto Glass delivers and repairs anywhere. Payless Auto Glass, we're as close as your own driveway.
Okay, the Conn Smythe is awarded to the playoffs' most valuable player.
No second. Conn Smythe.
Brian Leach.
What an incredible feeling.
The Stanley Cup is the oldest trophy in North America.
Oh, Lord Stanley, Lord Stanley. Unbelievable. Let the celebration begin.
You'd have to be clueless not to be cup crazy. As if.
The Whalers go out as they should, as winners. This afternoon, a 2-1 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. And for the final time, John Forsland and Bill Gardner back upstairs. And I'll tell you what, the players gave us so much this season. Obviously, to get to the playoffs would have been great. But the moments we've shared with them this year have been outstanding.
It's been a funny year, to be honest with you, John. The first couple of months up till Christmas time were just tremendous. This team was on a roll. They were on a mission. They had a great training camp, and they went from there. And the abundance of injuries really hurt this team. Core people who got injured, and from then on it was a roller coaster ride, and they were just never able to get back on track the way they were the first couple of months. And the guys themselves, the relationship you build over a full year, it's great. A tremendous bunch of guys, the coaching staff. You couldn't get along with a better bunch of guys in that regard. So overall, in my experience, for the first time traveling with a team on the outside, really looking in, was a great experience overall.
Billy, you've come back to the area. We've talked about it during the telecast today, the opportunity you get here in Hartford, which is very unique, one-to-one contact with so many fans. We got that chance this season, and I know I relish all the times we've shared with the fans, especially today.
Well, the special thing about it is the fact that they are really the only major league franchise, and I think that's what makes it that much more special, because there's not other teams for them to look at. And I said in other cities, you got a bunch of teams, and it doesn't matter who you are. Here, it's an item, and it's a big item, and the fans are just great. You see them in the parking lot, you see them on the road. Tremendous amount of people on the road following this team, even in the last stretch here, and they are the core, and they will miss this team forever, but I'm sure the Hawks will stay with them wherever they do go.
I believe the players might be coming back onto the ice for an encore because the crowd won't go home. Sean Burke leads them out as he has done on so many nights this season. And the people are still here. There are thousands still in the building. And this is almost 20-25 minutes after the game has finished. And they're back out there, and the people once again are rewarded.
And well, they should be. And sure, they should sit here forever if they want to. The Whalers have come out with pucks, emblem pucks, NHL, National Hockey League pucks that they do use in games. They're throwing them in the stands. And this is a great moment for the fans, but for the players too. I mean, a lot of memories. Your hockey career honestly goes by so quickly because the season moves on and on. You're playing game after game, and time goes by. And I'll tell you what, it comes to an end sooner than you really think. And this is the kind of situation that they're going to cherish for the rest of their lives.
This is a human moment, and a moment in sports where you don't hear or talk about it very much because you talk about salaries, you talk about work stoppages, you talk about owners relocating teams. politicians not getting the job done. Talk about players who maybe don't care about the city or the town that they play in. But these guys do, and the fans care. That's why this moment is so special.
Yeah, they're having a great time, and they're enjoying it as long with the fans, and you're exactly right. And I don't know what to say. It's come to an end, and these guys will keep this in their thoughts forever. Part of history, maybe not the history that you would like to have,
no,
but it's something they definitely will never forget.
They've closed the books on a franchise, 18 years in the National Hockey League, the Hartford Whalers, and the link the fans have to them, the players, as they leave the ice for what may be the final time. You just never know. Billy, it's been a great season here on Sports Channel. Said some very kind things at the end of the broadcast. I just like to say, from my perspective, I really enjoyed working with you this year. I go right to the people. That's where I get my information. I talk to the people about the job you have done this season, the insight, your wit, putting on the colors today. An excellent job, and I've really enjoyed it all season long.
Well, I appreciate it too, John, and it's my first experience of doing what I did, and I've sort of entailed a couple of different things traveling with a team, but you've been my leader, and I followed you, and you do such a great job, and you don't get confident enough from me. I'm still learning, and I just follow your direction, and you are excellent, and we got to thank Rich Perlance, Jim Edmonds, and Bob Bortz, our producer, done a great job helping me along, too. And I'm a rookie. It's my first experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. To be in a situation like this, to be in the National Hockey League again, something I've always wanted to do, to be back in the game and give back something that maybe I took for granted at one time. But I can't say enough how good you have done. And I've been around for a long time. I grew up in Canada. I've seen the best, and John Florson's right up there.
Thank you, Billy. Much appreciated. We are surrounded by great people here on Sports Channel. Steve Reagan, Jim Burgoyne, Bob Bortz, our producer, our very fine directors. Jim Edmonds, one of the best. Rich Berlant, a young up-and-comer and doing a fine job protecting us all season long. Well, when you say hello, you have to say goodbye. It's very hard to say goodbye this afternoon, so guess what? I'm not about to say so. I will say this, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we have a video piece put together by Bob Bortz. It's outstanding because it shows you the emotion of being a Hartford Whaler fan. We'll leave you with this thought. Thank you. Thank you for always being a Whaler fan.
Shoe size 19E. If you think they're hard to fill, imagine what it takes to fill the rest of him. Well, new cheese tortellini from Chunky foots the bill. It's loaded with giant ring-shaped pasta stuffed with cheese, plus huge chunks of chicken and tons of vegetables. So if you've got a giant appetite to feed, Campbell's Chunky scores with the big boys. Satisfied? Yeah, I thought so. Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
What type of person shops at Daswani? You don't want just great clothes, but attention and creative, helpful service. You like standing out in a crowd, and Daswani has the finest ready-to-wear clothing for business or casual, even hard-to-fit sizes. You know nothing equals the fit and comfort of custom-made shirts, clothing, and expert tailoring. It's not easy to pick the right tie without a little advice. The right advice, a Daswani tradition. Daswani, 131 South Main Street, West Hartford.
Well, it's the way that it sounds, it's the way that it feels. Music so clear, music so real. My music sounds good to me, 'cause nobody does it better than Joe D's.
Motorola Teletrack 250, now just $24.95. Sign up for SNET Links Right. Get free AAA and 30 minutes a month included.
Nobody does it better than Joe D's.
At Wendy's, we know the best hamburgers are made fresh and served hot off the grill, like our hot and juicy Junior Bacon Cheeseburger on our 99-cent super value menu. It's made right when you order it, with fresh beef, 2 strips of bacon, American cheese, and fresh toppings, all for just 99 cents. I can't imagine a better tasting, more affordable cheeseburger.
Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, just one of the 10 delicious choices on Wendy's 99-cent super value menu every day.
You know, I can't believe it's just 99 cents.
Here are your Hartford Whalers.
One of the reasons why I came back was certainly the memories that I have of Hartford. And It is still strange to me that as many times, as long as I've been gone, when the World Hockey Association was going on, Hartford was the place that everybody wanted to come to.
Shortly after 4 o'clock this morning, 4:19 a.m. to be exact, the roof of the Coliseum portion of the Civic Center collapsed.
I got a call at like 6 in the morning from the radio station. The guy said, well, the roof is collapsed. What do you think? Or what do you meant to say at 6 in the morning? I said, this is a prank, and I hung up. The guy called back, and then I knew it wasn't a prank.
The Whalers are home again. The Coliseum is completed, and the Phoenix did rise from the ashes, and Hartford will move on.
The 86 playoffs, that whole 7-game series, and of course the celebrated Kevin Dineen goal that sent it into the big 7th game. Exhilarating moment, a moment that literally blew the roof off of this building with the intensity, and I'd have to say that one goal and that one playoff series was the highlight to me.
He takes the hit from Lemieux as Anderson fires.
I can remember quite a few years ago, I'm not going to date myself, but we played a game against Buffalo to clinch a playoff spot after missing the playoffs a number of years in a row, and that was a team that was on the way up like this team, and I can remember scoring a goal to kind of clinch the game, make it, I think, a 2-goal game with about a minute left, and tonight reminded me a little bit of that game, so the fans were just fantastic. They're a big part of that tonight.
Anderson now looks it over, shoots, scores! Hey, what do you say, Jeff Sanderson? A big power play goal, and the Whalers lead it 3-2.
The years when the Edmonton Oilers were playing, they won Stanley Cups. The Whalers beat them one Sunday afternoon here, 11-0, and they had like Mark Messier, Wayne Gretzky. I remember being a little kid with my dad. That was like the best win I've ever saw.
Tony Curry to center, right side for Crawford. Thinking alone a shot, a save, a rebound, a shot, and a goal! I don't know when I've seen such an explosion in this Hartford Civic Center.
It's a blur in a lot of ways when you look back. A lot of excitement. All the games so often they're so close, and I can remember Blaine Stoughton scoring games one night. They came back from about 4 goals down in the last period and beat the Canadians back when they were a new team in the league.
I remember when the Whalers, when they played at the Boston Garden, and when they was known as the New England Whalers before they changed their name to Hartford. And I remember when they first played in the old Boston Garden before the Boston Garden that got demolished, but they had a wonderful team.
I can remember back in the early days, Mike Liu used to carry this team for like the first 5 or 6 years. They were like one of the worst teams, and they built themselves up. And finally in '86, they made the playoffs. And I remember Liu, just one night, he had like 50-something saves in a game one night. This place just went crazy.
I went to the Buffalo game earlier in the year, the first one, where Kerr's decision scored that goal. And it was really fun, considering that they won.
Dave Semenko, he used to play, one of the few guys who didn't play without a helmet, took one off the head, just kept playing, nothing happened. He was one of the hard-working players the Whalers used to have.
I got interested in watching them. I used to go when the kids were smaller, and I just decided to start coming, and this past year has been one of the best. I've had so many good times, so much fun. I've met so many people, so many fans that have been fans since day one. And it's just been a wonderful experience.
You know, guys like Ronnie Francis, who really started this organization, getting on the right foot and, getting a prime-time player in here. Kevin Dineen, a guy who works hard all the time, gives 110% all the time on the ice. It's always great to see him every night on the ice out there. And, I think the diehard fans in Hartford are some of the best around, in any city around. There might be a few less of us, but we're just as diehard as anyone else.
I think the first guy that jumps the line is my roommate.
I was 18 years old and my roommate was 43, a gentleman by the name of Dave Keon. And, you know, I think my dad was more excited that Dave was my roommate than I was, because, you know, he'd watched him all those years and what a great player. And David was great in his own way. You know, he sort of helped mold me and shape me and teach me the ropes.
In the '92 playoffs, I saw him play Game 4, and they were playing the Canadians. The Canadians were a lot better than them that year, but they pulled off a victory, and then there's only like 6,000 fans there, but it was cool to have been there in that crowd.
Montreal in the playoffs, and we lost in double overtime in Game 7. That was, you know, probably the most glorious moment I think that I've had as a Whaler here. We came close to advancing in the playoffs.
Down to Brisebois. He'll lift it in. We've played 5:17 in the second overtime. Richards is having a problem with Dion. Force it to Dion quickly. Cardinal can't pull the trigger. Gets it off the neck. Ross Cardinal at 5:26 on the second overtime period. 85-26 in the hockey game has won the series for the Montreal Canadiens.
Anniversary. By Bob's Stores, where your weekend begins. By Gillette Sensor Excel and the Gillette Series. Gillette, the best a man can get. By Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal. And by AT&T, your true choice.
You're watching Sports Channel.